their most respected all leaders, distinguished guests, honorable all of my mentor and my fellow citizen. Good evening. I'm really grateful and feel proud to give me the opportunity that I expose the whole part of all histories in our countries, and that is historic 7th March speech, a symphony of independence. Excellencies, the month of March 1970 on has been remembered as an eventful month that led to the end of united Pakistan at the beginning of Bangladesh. But undoubtedly, the historic end of united, the 7th March speech of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was one of the vital sparks that inspired the struggle against Pakistani repression. March 7, 1970 on was a defining moment for this nation as Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman made a declaration call for waging guerrilla warfare against tyranny and exploitation. Excellencies, Bangabandhu delivered the speech on March 7, 1971 at the then racecourse ground in Dhaka, taking into account the long historical struggle of the Bengali nation. His speech in a human shape was virtually the declaration of Bangladesh's independence, as Bangabandhu in his fiery voice called upon Bengalis to wage struggle against the Pakistani oppressors until the freedom was achieved. This struggle is for freedom. This struggle is for independence, Bangabandhu declared in his roaring voice at a public meeting on March 7, 1970 on. The historic 7th March is a red letter day in the history of the Bangladesh's long orders freedom struggle. Excellencies, in his 90-minute speech, Bangabandhu slowly and accurately narrated the long 23 years history of discrimination of the Bengalis by the West Pakistan rulers, how they were betrayed in all aspects of economic and political life, and how the people of East Bengal became a colony of West Pakistan. Sheikh Mujib's modest language, the style of the speech, his rigorous voice, and his representation of the arguments in a step-by-step way gained the trust of the audience and build his credibility. Bangabandhu used various kinds of emotional appeals which forced people to agree on his argument about freedom. Bangabandhu had started his address like this: "My dear brother, Bhaira Amar." Whenever he talked about the people who were killed during several movements, he showed due respect by addressing them as martyrs. In some places, he called them "my children," and emphasized that the brave sons of Bengal had been snatched from the chest of their mothers. These were choices made people feel that all the people of Bangladesh are a family So the will to do something for the family comes as an instinct. Distinguished guest and my beloved excellences, United Nations Education Science Cultural Organization UNESCO has included the historic speech made by Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman on March 7, 1970 on, which effectively declared Bangladesh independence on the memory of the all international registered. The decision is include the famous address among a list of the documentary heritage of the world was announced by UNESCO Director General Irina Bokova at the UNESCO headquarters in Paris. The speech is part of 78 nominations put forward by a panel of experts led by Chairman and Director General of the National Archives of the United Arab Emirates, Dr. Abdullah Al Raishi, at a meeting at UNESCO headquarters in Paris. The memory of the all registered now includes a total of 427 documents and collections coming from all continents and includes a total of safeguarded on various materials from stone to celluloid and from parchment to sound recordings. Inclusion of the speech of the UNESCO International Register is another milestone of the cherishment of the speech, which has already been translated in 12 languages. In the eyes of international political analysts, this particular speech has one of the greatest political speeches of the world, as it inspired the Bengali nation to seize the victory, jumping into the liberation war. Noted writer and historian Jacob Field included the speech in the book titled "We Shall Fight on the Beaches," the species that inspired history, which was compiled with the world-famous inspirational speeches of 2,500 years. Excellences, Bangabandhu's iconic speech had been what finally pushed the nation over the edge, driving the countrymen to make their final stand against years of oppression and torture. The significance of the speech resonates within the every Bengali till date and now. The 7-month speech of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman provided inspiration to the Bengali people in their quest for freedom and emancipation. The speech also energized the entire nation and prepared the people for the forthcoming liberation struggle. It also served as the ultimate source of inspiration for the countless freedom fighters who joined Mukti Bahini. Bangabandhu's speech is played throughout the country during the various national occasions and continues to reverberate in hearts and minds of the Bengali people. This speech continues to enthrall our people and will continue to inspire succeeding generations. Excellences, Bangabandhu had tied in the same string of the political situation Bengali nation's emotions, dream and aspiration with his extraordinary oratory and political sagacity. The directives of the father of the nation was the main mantra of the rock-solid national unity during the heroic movement and armed struggle in 1970 on, the appeal of which is remained unfaded. It shall inspire the young generation and will continue to do so. Excellencies, the historic speech that Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman delivered 55 years ago is an amazing event in the context of theoretical application of the communications science. It is an epic of 1107 words. It is in fact one of the best speeches in the globe. It is not only a part of our history but also a part of the old history. The military rulers of Bangladesh, following assassination of Bangabandhu and Jamaat BNP alliance, imposed restriction on playing the speech in the state media, but they could not erase the speech from the heart of the people of the country. The recognition of the historic 7th March speech by UNESCO is the revenge of history against those who had tried to erase the name of Bangabandhu and his contribution from Bangladesh history. Excellencies, history takes its revenge. History always upholds the truth. History will make Bangabandhu's place, defying all those who try to erase that. Dear audience, thank you so much for your kind patience and give me such opportunity as a bright son of independence Bangladesh. I stand here with profound heart. Thank you so much with humble respect and gratitude. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.